Good morning, everyone. It's December 4th, and we're back to business. Welcome, everyone, to our Italk project, international talk about language knowledge. Today's interviewee is high school student Sunjay Raman. Is that correct? Did I pronounce
Yes,
your name
sir.
correct?
Yeah. hmm
Okay, so we normally start with a small introduction from you,
Okay.
and then we go for the questions. So please introduce yourself in a few words.
Okay. My name is Sunjay Raman. I am 17 years old. I am a senior at Cypress High School in Cypress, California. Is that good?
Okay, this is how we're gonna do. I have a list of a sequence of students who are going to ask you a question,
Okay.
and they've prepared questions. We've reviewed the questions. It's all about high school and university and life in the USA. And then after the student asks you the question and you give an answer, please ask a question in return. Is that okay?
Okay. Sounds good.
So for every question you receive, you will ask a question about our high school system and whatever, any curiosity you have about our system here in Brazil. So
Okay.
the first person to ask the question is Ana Sofia.
Hello, I'm Ana Sofia. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I'm 16 years old and I am also a senior at Colégio Ubras Palma. And my question is, I would like to know how was your routine before the pandemic started, and if you had like some extracurricular things to do, and I mean, how was your day and the things that you did?
Okay. That's a good question. Yeah. Before the pandemic happened, I was hanging out with friends a lot. I went to the beach. I went to restaurants. Obviously, that's changed since then. Um, Extracurriculars, I did track, I did soccer or football. I was in student council, and yeah. And I have the same question back for you. How was your life before the pandemic?
So yeah, I mean, when I started to think like that, I could say that it's like pretty much different. Because we had classes all mornings, and we went to school, and we had classes on Thursday evenings.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, we have a lot of subjects, and about extracurricular things, I think we don't have a lot. I mean, we have like some works to do, but I mean, we need to do it because of school. I mean, because
Okay.
it values great to us,
Mm.
and yeah, but I mean, it was like pretty different, and but was really good. I miss it a lot, and I think it was
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, the next question comes from Felipe. You're up next.
Can you hear me well?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I'm Felipe. I'm 17 years too, and my question is I'd like to know what college do you want to go to after school and why? And another question is if schools in California are having presential classes.
Could you say the second question again, please? Okay, I can answer the first question. After high school, I want to attend the College of University of California, Santa Cruz. It's about 6 hour drive away from where I live. It's a really pretty campus, so I want to go there. Um, if I have any questions for you, how many classes do you have every single day?
I
Um,
can. Yes.
I'm gonna answer that because Philip left. But
Oh, okay.
every day we have 6 classes
Okay.
and 4 classes on Thursday evening.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So our next question comes from Acelina.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to
My
meet you too.
webcam doesn't work in, so I'm sorry. So I watch a lot of movies and TV shows, and I would like to know if the high school that is represented on movies and TV shows is the same idea or the reality is different.
I would have to ask what TV shows you've watched first.
Like Riverdale or I don't know.
Oh, I have not watched Riverdale, but
The cliche movies that we always watch,
okay.
on Netflix.
Personally, I don't think it's like the movies and TV shows, but it's fairly close. Before the pandemic, it was basically just seeing your friends, going to classes, nothing too special, but yeah.
What is it?
Okay.
What is a normal day like? What is the routine that you guys have?
Yeah.
Routine. I usually came to school about 30 minutes before my first class started, and I'd talk to my friends, and I'd eat breakfast, and I'd drink water, and I'd just hang around the school for a bit, and then I'd go to my first period class for about 50 minutes, and then which was English or writing, and then my second period class was pre-calculus, and then my third period class was Spanish, and then my fourth period class was environmental science, and then my fifth period class was US history, and then I'd go on to track practice, and then I'd be able to go home afterwards.
Do you have a question to Acelina?
Yeah, what does a normal day look like in Brazil for school?
You mean like in the school, like normal day in the school, my routine?
Yeah.
So it's not like a normal is I wake up at 6 a.m. I go buy food in school, and we have 6 classes, as Ana Sofia said, and we don't have like extra classes like cook or different things that you in USA had. We have like normal things like math, science, physics, normal things, and then we go to our house and study, and it's pretty normal. It's not something
Okay.
different.
Cool. Nice.
Great. Our next question comes from Juliana. You ready, Juliana?
Yeah. Hi. My name is
Hi.
Juliana. I have 17. And you guys were talking about the school and how it's like in movies and in the real life. So about bullying, the bullying. It is because here in Brazil we have a lot of bullying, and I would like to know if it is the same thing here in United States. Yeah. Did you understand? Sorry.
Did you say bullying?
Yeah, bullying. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Now that we're online, I don't see nearly as much bullying, but personally, I've never been a bully or I've never been bullied, so I can't really speak for that. But fair, like, yeah, in general, our school is a very nice school, so I don't really see too much bullying. Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
What's your question to Juliana?
Oh, yeah, typically, what food do you have served to you each day?
So in our school, the food isn't for free. We need to pay, and I never eat. I don't buy, so I don't eat in school.
Okay.
Just if I
But it's like
bring
junk
something.
food. It's junk food. I mean, pretty much. It's like not junk food, but some snacks and things like that, like sandwich and yeah, pizza and those stuffs.
And sometimes we use it to get lunch too, but we need to pay
Yeah,
as well.
and it's pretty much Brazilian food.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really cool. Okay, the next person to ask a question is Mario.
Hello, good morning. My name is Mario. I am
Morning.
17 years old. And I want to ask you, as a way to prevent coronavirus, what measures have you been taking to continue your life normally?
It's a good question. First and foremost, I have to wear a mask, so I keep that with me everywhere I go outside. Um, I limit the time I stay outside. I've had to give up hanging out with friends. Um, yeah, normally I don't really do as much as I did before. So maybe I would go to the beach before the pandemic. Now I don't do that as much. Yeah. Yeah, I have the same question for you. What precautions have you done for the pandemic?
Yeah, I don't leave my house now.
Okay.
I just leave to buy some things on a supermarket, because my dad's my father and my mom are too old for this, and it's better to young people to live and to do these things.
Okay.
And I use a mask all the time,
Mhm.
Great. Good example, Mario. Yeah, keep up wearing the mask. Lucas, you're up next. Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Hi, my name is Lucas, and
Hi.
my question is: in the United States, do you have any expectations of returning to classroom in 2021?
It's a good question. Up until a few months ago, we had a plan to come back in January, but as the cases are still going up, we're thinking about the plan now moving into class starting in March. So yeah, the cases are just going up, so I don't think that we're going to return to class anytime soon. Okay.
Okay,
My
thank.
question for you is, does Brazil have any plan to come back to class anytime soon?
No, we won't be returning. We thought that we would be returning to class in the end of this year, but apparently we won't be returning. So we're now having classes, presential classes next
Okay.
year. We'll still keep this EAD system.
Wow. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we go back to Ana Sofia. What's your next question, Ana Sofia?
So I would like what major would you like to take on college?
Okay. Up until recently, I have wanted to do physical therapy. I wanted to be a physical therapist, but that program is very competitive and very tough to get into here in California. So I've also looked into business and economics because the programs here for that are very good. I've also looked into environmental and occupational health because that field is going to grow in California in the years coming. So yeah, I'm looking into health and public health mainly, but I'm keeping business as a second option. Yeah.
That's very good.
I do have the same question for you. What did you want to major in for college?
I've been thinking about it like my whole high school, but I think I would like to major in international relations because it's a thing that I feel close to. You know, I'm really into it, and yeah, I think it would be amazing. I really like to share cultural knowledge to other people, and like language is a thing that I really appreciate to learn. And yeah, I think it would be great. And I don't know, like the part of diplomatic relations is a thing that I really get into as well. So
Okay, good. Yeah, that sounds good.
thank you.
Selena, what's your second question, Selena?
Do you guys have like language classes, like on a normal
Yeah,
day?
we do. The class I'm currently in is Spanish 4. So I took Spanish 1 in my 9th grade year, just took Spanish 2 10th grade, Spanish 3 last year, and now I'm in Spanish 4. Yeah.
Just Spanish?
We also have what?
Just Spanish?
Yeah, I mean I take Spanish personally, but I know they have French classes at my school and they
Oh,
have sign language classes.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. Besides English, what language courses do they offer you at your school?
Spanish too. We have
Okay.
both English and Spanish.
Okay.
And we
Yeah.
don't have like another option. Like it's
Just those two.
just both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, most schools offer English and Spanish, and you can't choose. You have to do both.
Oh, okay.
I would like to know if you feel that it's like the classes are good and help you to improve your Spanish skills, and like if you feel that you are kind of fluent or something like that, if it's good, you know, the classes.
Okay. I wouldn't say I'm too fluent. I know my teacher's really good, but given that it's an online class right now, it's been a little bit harder to become more fluent in it. My listening skills for it, I can tell have like gotten better, so I can understand it a lot more, but like as far as speaking goes, I'm still not completely fluent. Yeah.
Yeah, I can say the same thing. Yes.
I forgot to mention you're supposed to raise your hands before asking your question. So, Heitor, you raise your hand. Do you have a question?
Yes, please. Hello, Sunjay. How
Sunjay.
And Sunjay. Okay, Sunjay. It's a pleasure listening to you. And I have one question. Have you ever studied Portuguese? Or listened
I
to
have never studied Portuguese before. Yeah.
Okay. Do you study only Spanish and English?
Yes, just mainly just Spanish as my second language and then English for grammar and writing.
And your parents' language, did you understand that also?
Yeah, personally I don't speak it, but I can understand them when they talk to me in that language. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, yeah.
Juliana, you thought of raising your hand, right? What's your question?
I didn't raise my hand.
You have a question?
Yeah. So you said that you want to go to college, but I mean, like, when you finish, there's a big deal that you are supposed to pay after you get a job. Does that worry you?
Did you get that?
It cut out a little bit. I couldn't hear. Yeah.
Like your connection is kind of bad. The question is,
Yeah.
when you go to college in the USA, it's normally private colleges, and you get a loan, and after you finish college, you have a big bill, a big debt that you have to pay, right? Does that worry you?
For some people, they will end up with a lot of student loan debt. Personally, if you have scholarships or if you can get financial aid, you can leave college with little to no student debt, which is what I hope to happen, what I hope can happen with me. Yeah.
Getting a scholarship.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. My question to you is, do you have school dances before the pandemic?
So answers. Huh? I didn't understand.
Oh, do you have school dances or formals?
Like a
Dances.
prom?
Like a prom, yeah.
Yeah, before the pandemic, we had Festa Junina, and we had lots of celebrations that with dances, right?
Okay.
Ana Sofia.
Yeah, so I would like to know what is like I don't know if it's correctly, but it's Hindu on Hindu community in the United States. And what is your like? What do you feel about like the religion and like the country and things like that? I mean, what is your connection with that?
Okay. Personally, I'm not very religious, but I still practice Hinduism here and there. My parents have taught me a little bit of the Hinduism, like the characteristics to it, and um, I've visited India a few times, I think maybe 5 times. It's very pretty. I usually go to visit family members and see old friends, and it's a very pretty country, very nice. Yeah. My question to you is, what religion do you mainly practice in Brazil?
As myself, I don't really have a religion, but my family is Catholic, and most people in Brazil are Christians, but like both Protestant and Catholic. We have a lot of both. And our school is Lutheran, which is a Christian school. And yeah, mainly people are Christian, pretty much. But as myself, I don't really have a religion.
Cool. Okay.
Great. Mario, do you have another question, Mario?
Sunjay, do you know the age that we can start working in USA?
The working age in America is 16 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's when you can start like having a job.
Okay,
I
thanks.
think if you have a family-owned business, your parents can employ you at an earlier age than that, but otherwise it's just 16 years old.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. My question to you is, do you have a job or have you ever had a job?
I'm planning to start working, but here in Brazil, you need to be 18 years old, you know.
Okay. Gotcha.
Which is a shame, right? Okay, Lucas, do you have a question, Lucas? Are you there?
No, that's it.
Celina, anybody else?
What kind of history topics that you usually study in school?
Currently I'm enrolled in a government and economics class as one of my classes this year, and we're learning a lot about the U.S. Constitution and why it works and how it works and how it was created. We've learned in the past about all of American history, the wars we've been in, the good sides and the bad sides, but yeah, mainly this year it's just talking about the Constitution and the laws that were put in place by our predecessors. Yeah.
It's pretty different that here
Is
in
it different?
Brazil.
Okay.
We usually study like the discovery of the country, like the history behind wars that usually happen on the time, like Russian Revolution, something like that.
Okay.
Pretty.
Interesting.
Sunjay, do you have any specific questions, like you're curious to know about our high school system?
How does your grading system work?
Who would like to answer that?
So I can answer.
Okay.
I mean, we have like 2 classes per, how can I say it, teacher? Not like semester, trimestre.
Quarterly.
Quarter.
We split the year in 3.
Yes. And we have 2 exams per it. So like we have this 2 exams and also like more other activities that we need to do to complete our grade. So
Homework.
it's like, yeah, basically homework and like other works that we do. And it's like this every quarter. And but at the end it's equal 10. So we divided 2 exams like for valuing 4 points, and like the homeworks valuing 2 points.
Okay.
Then at the end it's 10, our grade, and we need to get 7 to pass, because if we don't get 7 to pass, we need to redo the exam.
Nice.
So basically, it's 4, 4, 2. That totals 10. We don't have letters as grading system like you have in the USA with a GPA.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The average is 7. So every quarterly is worth 10 points. So 10, 10, and the last quarterly has double value. It's like 10, 10. So it's easier to do the math when you divide it by 4.
That's very different then from what we have.
Yeah.
And every one of those partial assessment grades is divided in 2, 3, 4 different small tasks. It depends on the teacher. If you're a teacher, you're free to decide what kind of grading system that you will apply. But basically, we're supposed to have 10 points per quarterly.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
Yanni, do you have a question?
Oh, yes. First, thank you for the opportunity.
My pleasure. Yeah.
Thank you, Sunjay. And good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, I'm an English teacher here in Brazil too, and I would like that you tell us about how are you dealing with the pandemic and the things that you like to do outside. What are you doing to substitute things that you love doing and you can't actually nowadays?
Okay. So normally the times that we go out are very slim, like small. We just go out to the store occasionally. We've been to the beach a few times, but we've taken precautions. My parents and I like to go hiking a lot, so there's some very pretty hiking places nearby to walk. Recently we visited some friends in Arizona. We took all the safety precautions. We haven't seen them in a while, so that was fun. Besides that, it's just been wearing a mask and staying inside and online classes. Yeah.
And do you deal well with, because we know that students must have a lot of discipline and a lot of dedication to study online classes, and kind of student that is disciplined to attend all the classes on time. How can you say for our classmates in Brazil to deal more easily with this kind of classes?
Well, these classes I know have been very hard on me, and I can tell they've been hard on my fellow classmates. My teachers are also very sad about not being able to see us in person. I know that we're all just waiting for the ability to go back to school in person. I know that's we're all going to be a lot happier if if and when that happens. But in the meantime, it's just been online classes, meetings every other day, and then just online work and assignments.
Are you gonna have classes today?
Yes, I do. After this ends, I think I have about 20 minutes before I have to go to my next class. It's not that hard. I just have to go to the next tab on my computer.
Yeah, well, I have a question regarding entering college. Here in Brazil, we have like an assessment test. It's actually a national test where everybody enrolls a few months
Okay.
ahead, and then there is a specific day when they have to go to a school. This year, I think the logistics are going to be different. I don't know how it's going to work, but everybody's getting ready for that test. So you do this test, and then you select a college around the whole country where you want to apply the grade of this test so you can get into university with your selected course. How is that in the United States? Do you have a national test that you can take in order to get to college? Oh, and colleges here in Brazil, the vast majority are free. So
Okay. We do have those. There's two actually, and you can choose to either take both or take one or the other. One is the SAT and the other is the ACT. So they're both around 5 hours long, maybe. So it's a day. You come in on a Saturday and you just take the test. Personally, I took the ACT before the pandemic happened, and I had my SAT scheduled after the pandemic, so that was canceled. But yeah, so recently most of the colleges here has said that they're not going to take the SAT or ACT scores that you have unless you've taken them, just because a lot of people have not taken them.
and another one is, how does the GPA work, and what is GPA?
Okay, so GPA is grade point average. So it's based on the A, B, C, D, F grading scale. So if you have an A in the class, which is a 90% or above, that's a 4.0. That's a perfect GPA. If you have a B in the class, that's a 3.7. That's an 80% or 80% down to, well, 89% down to 80. And then there's a C, which is 79 to 70, and then D, which is 69 to 60, and then an F is a fail. So that's 50% or below.
Does that influence on your college selection, or whenever you get a job? Do they analyze your GPA?
Yes, very much. Job-wise, I don't think so. But for college, that's what they're mainly looking at this year because they're not taking the SAT or ACT as much into account. So they're going to look at the GPA and then they're going to look at my college essays.
When you take the SAT, how many questions are there?
It's split up into, I think, 5 categories. So it's math, English, reading, writing, I think just 4 categories actually. So just math, reading, English, and writing. So each section is about an hour, or I think like 30 minutes to 40 minutes each. So you have that much time to finish maybe like 30, 40 questions per. Yeah.
And Sophia, can you explain how our SAT called NA here works?
Yes, so we have like exam, and it's pretty much like ACT about the time. It's like 5 hours and a half, or I think because we have 2 days. The first day it's humanities, and the second day it's math, physics, and yeah, those subjects. And the first day we need to answer 180 questions.
Okay.
It's the total. The first day we need to answer 90 questions plus essay that we need to do. So it's 5 hours, 6 hours. And the second day it's only 90 questions, and it's math, physics, chemistry, and biology. And we have 5 hours.
Okay.
And yeah, we need to answer. And then at the end, as our teacher said, you gonna choose what college do you want to go when the result, when they give us our result. And yeah, it works pretty much like that. And it's very competitive here in Brazil. We need to study a lot. It's pretty hard actually, because you need to know, I mean, a lot of things. But at the end, it works actually, because we're gonna to apply to very good college.
And the best ones are for free, you know. The best institutions in the country are for free. That's why they're so competitive, and because everybody wants to get there.
Yeah. Okay.
Some colleges offer an exam for us to do, so it's less competitive, but it's, in my opinion, it's pretty nice. We had this opportunity for, like, we chose the college that we want to study it, and we made the exam, and that's it. It's less questions, and in my opinion, it's more easily than the ENEM. We call it ENEM here in Brazil, this exam, national exam.
Okay.
The high school national exam, basically.
Okay.
So, yeah, I guess we've all asked our questions, and we're done with our curiosities. I'm just gonna ask you one more thing before we get done with this interview. We started this project this year. It's called Italk, International Talk about Language Knowledge. And guys, help me if I forget to mention someone. We started with Kurt Richards. The first interview was an American citizen who lives in California. The second interview was with a Brazilian guy, a professional trader, just giving the opportunity for students to interact with several fields of our jobs around the globe, right? So the second guy was João Vitor, professional trader. The third person was
like the colleague,
Luis Fernando Stein, right? Which was the English enthusiast expert in acquisition of second language. Then we had a diplomat, Luis Ivan Velar-Strello. After the diplomat, we had, who was after the diplomat, guy?
I think was
the actor.
A Hollywood actor. We got in touch with a Hollywood actor who works for Marvel and was in the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was really interesting. After we had your father, Josh Shankar, So we talked about economy, living in the USA. It was really interesting. And then last week we had the chemical
engineer.
Yeah, I forgot his name. Well, John Lepman. And yeah, we're ending this cycle of interviews with you, Sunjay, Raman, and we're very pleased to have you here, sharing experiences with us. What I want to ask you is, tell us a little bit what you think of this project, and give some tips for our students at our school, Colégio Ubra Palmas, about acquiring a second language and the importance and what you think of this project.
Okay. My pleasure, first of all. I think this is very surprising. I didn't expect this to be how it ended up. I think you guys are all very fluent in English. I can understand you very well. I don't think I have any major tips for you. I think you guys all did very great. Yeah.
Okay, so thank you very much,
for
your attention and for sharing some of your time and some of your knowledge with us. And yeah, thank you guys very much. I hope you enjoyed this project during this year, and good luck for you guys in life, and you are the best. Congratulations, everybody.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Sanjay. Have a good day. Have a good class.
Yes.
Bye.
For you. Bye. See ya.
Goodbye, everybody.